Hi guys! So I have these two poinsettias upstairs and I tend to forget to water them regularly. They are already looking a bit dry and not like the usual poinsettias from the store. Their leaves are much smaller now. I'm wondering if I can still save them using my ESP-32. For this build, I want to use a 16x2 LCD screen. What I'm trying to avoid is having to use these 13 wires and a potentiometer. This is a PCF8574T, which can be attached at the back of the LCD. It already has a little blue potentiometer built in that can be adjusted with a small screwdriver to set the desired contrast for the LCD. This will change the existing parallel interface to a serial one. It will also reduce the wires needed from 13 to 4. The I2C backpack can be soldered onto the LCD, which will make the final wiring easier. Now the remaining wires needed are SDA and SCL, as well as power connection for VCC and ground. I have connected the moisture sensor as well. You can check out the details on how to use the sensor in one of my previous videos. Now let's take a look at the code. You can download it from the GitHub link below the video. I want to use the deep sleep mode with ESP-32 since it saves power when the sensor is inactive. ESP-32 usually pulls about 75 mA in normal operation and hits about 240 mA while transmitting data over Wi-Fi. In deep sleep mode, the CPU, most of the RAM and all the digital peripherals are powered off. The chip consumes around 0.50 mA to 10 microamps. I will be connecting to Wi-Fi and sending an email when the plant needs watering. I will only power up the whole setup once in 12 hours. For testing purposes at the moment, I am using 1-minute intervals. I have set up a special Gmail account to send the email from. It has to be set up as less secure for this to work. Wake up from deep sleep mode can be done using several sources. These sources are timer, touchpad and external wake up. I will be using a timer to wake the chip after a predefined amount of time. Connecting to the Wi-Fi, SMTP callback and sending an email requires a lot of power, so it will be done only when required. All the actions when ESP wakes up from its sleep are happening in the setup function and nothing in the loop, so you have to structure your code accordingly. At the beginning, first print out the wake up reason. ESP sleep enable timer wake up function will wake your ESP up after predefined periods of time at microsecond precision. The LCD will come on. Then the moisture sensor will be powered on and getting a measurement. There are 3 intervals predefined: wet, moist and dry. I would like to keep the plant in the moist interval for the most of the time. I also want to make sure that the soil dries up between waterings, otherwise the plant could get prone to fungus or even worse, develop some gnats. So I will wait until the upper threshold of the dry interval is reached and then send an email. I will take 5 measurements in total and decide based on the last measurement. At the end, turn off the LCD. ESP Deep Sleep Start function can be used to immediately enter deep sleep once wake-up sources are configured. I initially place the sensor at the side of the planter. You can see why I needed the reminder, as it was really dry. I found that the best place to measure is actually in the middle of the container, and the best position for the sensor is to be pushed halfway in. I watered the plant much more than I originally wanted to. Ideally, I would like to be at around 60% after watering. I noticed that even during deep sleep, there is still a blue light shining bright on the ESP. This must be drawing more current than ideal. I believe some people desolder the LED to get the power consumption lower. For now, I am enjoying this little night lamp. I will post an update on how it's going with the poinsettia. Hope you like this video and see you next time.